Hello and welcome back to Star Wars Month. My name's the Retro Gaming Goose, and today I'm going to talk about Star Wars Trilogy, Apprentice of the Force. This game was released in 2004 for the Game Boy Advance and was developed and published by Ubisoft. And you can really tell because this game uses the exact same engine as one of the other Ubisoft titles, which is one of the Prince of Persia games, and it just looks like it. Like, you could be forgiven for this being a ROM hack of a Prince of Persia game because it has very similar mechanics. Now, the story is pretty straightforward. It just follows the original trilogy where you play as Luke. You start off as a farm boy with a blaster and eventually become a full-on Jedi with a lightsaber and loads of force powers, which are really good. If you want to see a more in-depth video about this game, you can check out Young Junko's video. It's really good, and he can talk about it much better than I can. Now, I specifically remember getting this game when the Special Edition Trilogy box set of Star Wars came out back in 2004, because I think they came out roughly around the same time, if not the same day. And I had this on the Game Boy. I think it wasn't like the only, it was definitely one of the very first Game Boy games I had, because I remember having this on Game Boy Advance along with Harry Potter Chamber of Secrets on Game Boy Advance, and I just played it all the time. Like, I really like it. It's not a very long game. I think it's probably about 4 or 5 hours. You could easily smash this out in a day, and it's very nostalgic for me, this game. Like, going back to it and capturing footage for it now, it doesn't look great. It has this weird like cell shaded look to it all, and yeah, but it's still very nostalgic, so I had to try and like disconnect from the nostalgia to actually talk about the game. It's a very clunky game. It's a very Game Boy, like early 2000s Game Boy Advance movie tie-in game is what it feels like. But overall, I really enjoy it. I think it's fun. You can have a lot of fun if you are willing to accept that it's just a Game Boy Advance game and like not expect too much more than exactly what it is. Like, this is not going to be a defining title for the console for you. There's just me. I was playing this on GameCube, and would just completely forget that if you press the Z button on GameCube, it goes crazy. Because I will literally use any excuse to use my Game Boy Advance player for my GameCube. And looking at the reviews for this game when it came out, it scored pretty much exactly like how you would think it would score. It's very middling reviews, 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10s. That's exactly what this game is. It's a mid-tier movie tie-in game that has fun elements, but you know, it is what it is. But it's just a game I wanted to bring up because I feel like I don't give the Game Boy Advance enough love on this channel, because I absolutely adore the Game Boy Advance. It's one of my favourite like handheld consoles, definitely one I've played the most of with all the Pokemon games that were on it. And yeah, I just wanted to talk about one of the Star Wars games that's on the Game Boy Advance. I really can't say too much more about this game, but thank you so much for watching the video. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment below what your favourite Star Wars Game Boy game is. Game Boy Advance or original Game Boy.